Welcome to the show. This is your host, Anthony Lindsay.
Welcome to PolyPsych.org.
Almost there, just one more time.
Welcome to PolyPsych.org.
All right, so today's show is on the Trump effect, or the effect he's having on Americans in particular. We took some quotes via email from professors and students, and most were exceedingly negative in regards to the Trump presidency. I think most of our viewers are fairly liberal, and the vast majority of them are Democrats. I am also a Democrat, so when I mock you, it is fully in jest. Hold on one second. First quote is from Eniola, the membership coordinator of Wired In, who said, "Sending immigrants back doesn't make any sense because we all came from different countries, and the only people who can call this country truly theirs are the Native Americans. Coming to a country where people vote for their president fairly, it amazes me to see that they actually could vote for a person like Trump."
Everybody is crying and so upset, and it is the end of their world.
Feels like the end of the world.
We were on Lifetime last night, and I was slowly getting drunk is what happened to me.
How do we explain how this is possible?
How did this happen?
This is a different Earth today than it was 24 hours ago. It's a different place. Cause it just is different.
The feeling of astonishment has been widespread since the election. 42% of people said they feel alarmed by Trump. Another 33% said uneasy, and 11% said they're excited. Danny, the co-vice president of Wired In, said, and I quote, "Speechless, not my president." That's a shared thing. It was a whole movement where people were chanting like, "Not my president, not my president." A University of Chicago poll showed 57% of young people believe Trump is an illegitimate president, which stems from the fact that he received less popular votes than Hillary Clinton. The unfortunate reality is that the Electoral College screwed Clinton out of the presidency. She got more popular votes.
We've moved toward one person, one vote. That's how we select winners. I was amused after the French elections when I was listening to an interview with a French electoral expert, and he said, well, unlike your country, the person who wins the most votes wins.
The Electoral College is just an antiquated system. And it really is. Like, it was a system that was made for when we were traveling on horseback. So we couldn't actually go to places to go and vote. So we'd have representatives like essentially executing the will of a giant population because the communication sucks so bad. But now we have the internet. So it's two main things that we could switch up like today. One, mandatory voting. And then the second thing is that we could vote online. There's no reason we can't vote online. You bank online. The stock market is online. If it's not secure, then neither of those things would be a thing. So there's two more things. As far as Clinton, first, and this is to my fellow liberals, can we admit that Clinton was a bad candidate? And Bernie Sanders would have won the election against Trump had the Democratic National Committee not stepped in the way and completely sabotaged his campaign. And the second thing, I don't remember Hillary Clinton complaining about the system when her superdelegates cheated Bernie Sanders out of the Democratic nomination.
Well, you know, he knew what the rules were when he decided to run for president.
So Kessler at Wired In wrote in and said, when you compare Trump to Obama, Trump sounds like a 5-year-old. So he's right. According to the Washington Post, Trump speaks just below the 6th grade reading level. But most presidents speak between the 6th and 8th grade reading level. So he's not really that far off. He's just at the bottom of the scale. Congress speaks at a 10th grade reading level. But the average American reads at an 8th grade level. So, yeah, we're all dumb. Zion at Wired In, she's a member at Wired In, said his ideas encourage xenophobia as he is afraid of other cultures. So that is 100% fair because Trump has said,
I would build a great wall, and nobody builds walls better than me, believe me. And I'll build them very inexpensively. I will build a great, great wall on our southern border, and I will have Mexico pay for that wall.
We're going to build the wall. We have no choice. We have no choice. Build that wall. Build that wall. Build that wall. Build that wall.
Finally, believe from Wired In. The vice president of Wired In said, "It saddens me that innocent people are being affected by the policies he's enforcing. There's a reason that I'm the vice president of this club, and it's because I see the potential that all types of people, no matter what background or race, can bring to the table." So we have a strong message of unity from the vice president of Wired In. Maybe America won't be united again. Let's consider the fact that America is very, very bipolar. Like, we are firmly in the liberal camp, firmly in the conservative camp, or we're an independent that kind of meanders back and forth. But the majority of people are firmly in their own camp. There was actually a study that showed that once you voted for a particular person, like in 2 elections, for a particular party in 2 elections, you are going to be in that party for the rest of your life. So if you voted Democrat twice, you're probably going to be a Democrat forever. There's very few people that switch over to the other side. Maybe conservatives and liberals can't get along. Our ideological differences have separated us into immovable camps, and maybe the United States will break up. Maybe the United States, there is to be a liberal United States, a conservative United States, and a California. Because California wanted it to secede anyway and become their own country. There's been a lot of secessionist talk. Even when Obama was elected, South Carolina said they wanted to secede.
So now there are hundreds of thousands of Americans in 20 states now that have actually signed petitions at whitehouse.gov asking the president to allow their states to peacefully secede from the union.
Oh, no, that's it. Go to polypsych.org. You can submit your comments, your questions, or whatever you want, or email me. My email is on the polypsych.org as well. You can email me your comments, questions, or whatever. We have a Hangouts that we all pre-show with. So we have we game plan the show, all the topics and people's quotes and their comments and everything. So if you don't have the link already, talk to a friend and see if they have the link, or email me and I'll email the link to you. Anyway, that's the show for today. Later.